Hello everybody, welcome to James River State Park. My name is Ranger Grayson, and today we're going to teach you how to make your own bee hotel that you can put in your garden at home to support your native pollinators. So you'll need a few things for this project, namely you'll need an old plastic bottle. This is going to be a really good recycling project, so instead of someone going into a landfill, you can use it to support your pollinators. So I just have a little 12-ounce bottle here. Any size will do, just keep in mind the larger diameter of your bottle, the more tubes that you're going to have to make for the project. You'll need some just regular old 8.5 by 11 printer paper. Again, I'm recycling some old paper we had lying around that otherwise, would go to the recycling center. So we're going to be using some of that. I cut mine in half. That seems to be a really good size for this. And you'll need some kind of I have a dowel here, but a small pencil, the edge of a wooden spoon would work really well. Anything that you'll be able to roll that paper with. Anything, again, that's about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch in diameter will be ideal. And actually having a variety of sizes is good. So if you have a number of different things, try having different sizes in there to support the different bees that might want to nest inside it. You'll also need some string or some way to mount this thing at some point. So you'll see my finished product over here. I have just some string tied around it to hang up, but any way will work. Yeah, any kind of string or anything that you think will last. So the bees that we're trying to support today, they aren't the kind of bees that live in colonies, and they're not the kind of bees that actually will give you any honey at all. These are mason bees of the genus Osmia. So this is a small genus of bees that are actually really, really effective pollinators, and instead of living in colonies like honeybees or bumblebees might, they're actually solitary bees. So one female will actually go around and lay her eggs in tubes that she finds. So the kind of tubes she might find in nature would be woodpecker holes or old carpenter bee nests or hollow twigs or sticks. So we're going to try to simulate that environment to give her a habitat to lay her eggs in. So to start out with, you'll want to cut the top off of your bottle. You can use some scissors for this. You may need to start it out with an X-Acto knife or a box cutter or something like that. So definitely, if you're one of our younger viewers, I definitely recommend getting some help from an adult for that. But just cut that off so you end up with a nice cylinder you'll be able to access from one end and leave the other end intact just like it is. Now after you have that all cut and ready to go, it's time to start rolling your tubes. These are actually the tubes that they'll be nesting inside of. So take your dowel or your pencil, your wooden spoon, whatever you might have, and place it on your paper. Notice I'm leaving a little bit of a tab here so you have a way to close the end of it. And you're just going to roll that right up. This is actually the method they would have used for making rifle cartridges in the American Revolution. And we're going to use it for our pollinators today. So after you have that nice and rolled up, not too tight, you want to make sure you'll be able to actually pull that dowel out. Where that seam is, you're going to press that side down first. It's very important. Press that down first. That's going to seal it better. And then press the other sides down. And then you're going to just jam that a couple of times on a nice hard surface. Don't damage your parents' table or anything like that. Just jam that down and pull your dowel out. And you're left with a nice little tube. Now you're going to have a little bit of this extra little tab here. That doesn't matter so much because we're going to be shoving all these things in a nest anyway. If that's something that's going to bother you, you can always stick a piece of tape on it. As you can see, I've started loading this bee hotel up with tubes already. And you don't even really need to add any glue or anything to this. You can see that actually as I put these things in, it actually gets quite tight where they actually won't move around so much. As long as you have it so that if you're able to hold it upside down and nothing falls out, it should be pretty good. After that, you can start getting a little creative with it. You can see with my limited art skills, I've done a little painting on mine. I've drawn a little blue orchard bee, which is a kind of mason bee. They're actually this really beautiful, bright, metallic blue. And if you see them around your garden, they don't sting. They're very docile. Because remember, only bees that would be defending a colony would have a stinger. These are bees, they actually need to use their ovipositor to lay eggs. They wouldn't have that to use as a stinger. So I've done some little art here, and then I've attached some string in a way that I would be able to hang this. You can attach this to a tree branch. You can attach it to any kind of a post you have around your house. I would put it near your garden and near somewhere where they have some source of mud. Remember, these are mason bees we're talking about, and they're actually going to be using mud to make little cells inside of here. And believe it or not, I know this may not look like very many holes in here, but each one of these holes can actually hold between 5 and 7 bees, usually. The female goes and she lays her eggs inside. She leaves a store of pollen and nectar in the egg, and she holds it up. And she does that between 5 and 7 times for each little tube, and she'll do that 5 or 6 times. So she'll make 5 or 6 of those tubes. Each female, and each of these tubes will probably have 4 females in it, and a few males also. Those females, each female will actually pollinate about 60,000 blooms in her lifetime. So you can imagine the impact that you can actually have with just one little bee hotel. You can actually have a really big impact on your environment. So I thank you for joining us here today. I hope that you'll make one of these at home and support your pollinators in every way you can. Thanks for joining us.